Gross, you're up next.
Okay, so you said these fish are dumb, right?
They seem like normal fish, so you assume they're pretty dumb.
So they are quite apt to following flashing lights and good smells, correct?
Maybe?
Oh, you've had the same idea I have had, haven't you?
Okay,
Oh.
Hawthorne,
Oh,
I have a plan.
I have got a plan too. Glowing rocks
I
and
will
steak?
need your help.
Glowing rocks and steak?
So, no.
Damn!
Even better.
Oh.
My plan,
Oh.
if you're up for this, Hawthorne,
Let's hear it.
is I'm going to use dancing lights
Right.
to make a glowing, vaguely humanoid form
Okay.
Damn it.
into the water, kind of away from Coda and Kesef. Then
Okay.
I will have you use your turn to take Mage Hand and shove that stake into my humanoid body.
Oh, I am so down for this.
So we're going to sensory overload those guys
Oh, this is genius.
to
I was
hopefully make them go after a nice cooked piece of tasty steak.
All
and
I
a
was gonna do was
glowing body.
all I was gonna do was take my glowing green rock, stuff it into a steak, and just toss it in with a string on the end and try and fish them up.
Oh my
See,
god.
humanoid body.
True.
Do you agree to this?
Oh,
Hawthorne?
absolutely.
Let's do it. So I'm going to conjure up a glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size
This is
and
brilliant.
place it, because I can do 120 feet, but obviously Mage Hand doesn't go that far.
30 feet
So
is your max distance.
I?
Coda. Okay, Seth, I'm sorry. I tried, but you're dead.
So I'm going to, because I'm assuming that they are somewhat close to one side of the pond, like they're not like
Yeah,
dead
especially
center of the
after
pond.
because they just retreated from Kesef thanks to the distant whispers, so
Yeah.
they're further like on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go over to, because I'm assuming I saw them kind of flee in one direction. Ish,
Yes, you did.
kind of. So I'm gonna go, kind of walk around the pond to where roughly they went off to, and place my humanoid form 30 feet down.
Hmm.
No, I can't use two cantrips, can I?
No, unfortunately, I don't think.
Okay.
Just because it takes an action to cast a cantrip usually, so if you cast
Yeah,
one,
It
you can't
does
cast
kind of
another.
cost an action. I was gonna try and press the digitation and make it tasty, but that's what we got the steak for.
Yeah, there you go. So I'll
I'm
say,
gonna
I'll
put-
say, yeah, Tartaros, you can go over there and you sort of prep this and get this ready, and Hawthorne's next up. So Hawthorne, if you wanna, we'll sort of do like a combined turn.
All
You
right.
can move over there.
I've
get
moved
the steak
over
ready.
to the Tartarus. I've got my mage hand hovering in front of me, holding about 10 pounds of steak, because that's the maximum weight it can hold. So I'm
Yeah,
holding
that's
about
fine.
10 pounds of cooked steak, just
Uh-huh.
floating there. And I've kind of waited while he's prepping it to sort of mold it into the shape of a human, kind of.
Uh,
Yeah.
So,
I'm just imagining it looking vaguely like a reuniclus, where I have this hazy glowing thing with a core of steak.
beautiful. I love it.
Oh,
This
I'm
is
just
genius.
imagining Ridiculous and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's
Just-
happening.
And then we shove it the maximum distance that the mage hand could go, which is we
Shove
shove
it
30
down
feet.
the water.
down into the water.
I think
So
mine
we'll
was
say
30.
that's your guys' turn. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Fish are
You're
dumb.
up. It is your turn. You have 15 feet of movement. If you want to use your action to move as well, you can move 30 feet. That would get you almost to the surface, but that's up to you, unless you want to do something else.
This is great.
Jesus.
In fairness, I was going to try and fashion a fishing rod out of a piece of steak, a glowing rock, and a lot like the string to try and catch them. But, you know.
Yeah. We got
Alright.
our meat reuniclus.
Actually, out of interest,
Yeah,
have any of the
apparently.
fish that have been killed so far floated to the surface?
Few of them, a few dead ones, yeah,
Okay, good to know.
definitely.
Okay, good
But,
to know. That's dinner.
So Kesef just beelines for the surface, using her action and movement to get 30 feet closer. You're almost at the surface. You're like 5 feet away. You sort of swim right past Coda. You're just going. Coda, give me a quick perception check.
Me?
Please.
Yes.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Perception.
Please roll high.
Nat 1.
Oh,
So 6.
Come on, then.
you just feel a whoosh of water past you.
Fucking Noom. One of my friends said to use fire and just char the fish. Listen. We've got to get you out of the water first, and then collect the dead
Alright.
ones, and then we'll have dinner.
Oh god.
Hawthorne just
So,
seeing these
yeah.
fish rise to the surface, like, yes!
Food. Yeah.
Food.
Alright. Yeah, so Kessup just beelines it past Coda. She just swims as fast as possible. You see her, like, tail swishing in the water, almost propelling her forward. And, yeah, she beelines it past you. That is the end of Kessup's turn. It is the fish's turn. I'm gonna make this a perception check.
Come on.
It's not a high DC to see if it notices.
Come on.
Say I'm gonna say 1 to 5. It's gonna continue after the bleeding Kessup, but
I swear to God, if you roll on that one, I'm
6
gonna
to-
riot.
6 to 20. It notices the glowing, meaty fish. I'm gonna
Fish
roll
like
it.
those
fish army.
And roll. I'm rolling it in the D&D Beyond.
Come on.
Natural 20.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Those fish, the 2 remaining fish, just turn, completely ignoring the freaking bleeding, injured Kessup, and just beeline it towards this glowing blob of Reuniclus meat, and they just start swarming it and taking chunks out of it.
Yes! This is the best thing ever. Oh, great.
Yeah, I mean that's the fish's turn. They just start ripping apart the glowing meat Reuniclus.
Rest in peace, meat
I'll say that at that point the two of you, Coda and Kessup, can easily drag yourselves up on your turn and get out of the water as the fish are completely focused on this meat Reuniclus. I keep calling it Reuniclus because that's what it is.
It's a meat
It
unicorn.
really is.
So is that combat over?
Yeah.
As they pull themselves out, that combat is indeed over.